It's Thursday, April 18th. Terror-accused Sadhvi Pragya Singh Thakur, who's presently standing trial in the Malegaon blast case for criminal conspiracy, murder, and under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act for being part of a terrorist act, on Wednesday joined the BJP. Sadhvi Pragya has been fielded by the BJP from the Bhopal parliamentary seat. She will be pitted against senior Congress leader and former Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Digvijay Singh from the constituency.
अपने जो कांग्रेस के षड्यंत्र के जो हमारे इतने 10 वर्ष बीते हैं, उसके पश्चात आज जब ये राजनीतिक युद्ध प्रारंभ हुआ है, धर्म युद्ध प्रारंभ हुआ है, तो इसके लिए मैं आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी कार्यालय पर आई हूं और सब मिलकर के राष्ट्र के विरुद्ध जो षड्यंत्र कर रहे हैं, उनके विरुद्ध राष्ट्र धर्म के लिए हम लोग एक साथ मिलकर के कार्य करेंगे.
Voting for 96 parliamentary constituencies across 13 states is currently underway in Phase 2 of the Lok Sabha polls. This includes all but one of the 39 Lok Sabha seats in Tamil Nadu and the lone seat in Puducherry. Voting for the Vellore Lok Sabha seat has been cancelled following huge sums of money being confiscated. 8 constituencies in Uttar Pradesh, 3 in West Bengal and 5 in Bihar also vote today. Polling is also underway in Udhampur and Srinagar in Jammu and Kashmir. Meanwhile, DMK leader Kanojia on Wednesday said the BJP cannot stop her from winning the Lok Sabha election through an income tax raid. IT personnel had on Tuesday searched a house in Thoothukudi where Kanojia had been staying since the start of her poll campaign. However, officials did not find anything and later said the search was based on a quote, false tip. One report said the team wanted to verify allegations that lots of cash was stashed on the first floor of the house. Kanojia, who is a Rajya Sabha member, is contesting her first Lok Sabha election from Thoothukudi. The last Jet Airways flight took to the skies at 10:20 last night. The 25-year-old airline shut operations after lenders rejected its appeal for additional funds. In a statement, the airline management said Jet Airways was informed by the State Bank of India on behalf of the consortium of Indian lenders that they are unable to consider its request for critical interim funding. Since no emergency funding from the lenders or any other source is forthcoming, the airline will not be able to pay for fuel or other critical services to keep operations going. Consequently, with immediate effect, Jet Airways is compelled to cancel all its international and domestic flights. The last flight will operate today. The airline has nearly 20,000 employees. It is unclear if and how the salaries that have been pending since January will be cleared. The Election Commission on Wednesday issued a notice to Chhattisgarh Minister Kawasi Lakhma, who warned voters that they will suffer an electric shock if they press any button on the EVM other than the one marked for the Congress candidate. Lakhma urged voters to press the first button on the voting machine to vote for Congress candidate Biresh Thakur contesting from the Kanker seat. Polling in the constituency will take place on Thursday in the second phase. The Election Commission has also sent a notice to Gujarat BJP legislator Ramesh Katara for telling villagers at a rally in Dahod that Prime Minister Modi has installed cameras in polling booths and will know who votes for the Congress in the Lok Sabha elections. The BJP leader warned those who did not vote for them will not get jobs. It can be seen who votes for the Congress and who votes for the BJP. Aadhaar cards and all cards have your photos now. If there are fewer votes from your booth, then he will come to know who did not cast the vote, and then you will not get jobs, the leader said. Following orders by the Madras High Court, popular video sharing app TikTok will no longer be available to download on Google Play Store or Apple's App Store. Downloaded more than 240 million times in India, the Chinese app has been criticized as being a host for illicit, often pornographic content that may adversely influence young children. While hearing a PIL demanding the ban, the Madras High Court imposed an ex parte ban on TikTok on the 2nd of April. Following this, app developer ByteDance approached the Supreme Court, contending that the Madras High Court's order had been passed without hearing their side, and that as they were an intermediary app, could not be held liable for third-party content posted on TikTok in accordance to Section 79 of the IT Act. Only a minuscule 0.0006% is flagged as inappropriate by users, they stated in their petition to the Supreme Court, reported Live Law. However, the Supreme Court did not stay the Madras High Court's order. The Madras High Court heard ByteDance's objections yesterday and went ahead with the ban. The Supreme Court will again hear the matter on the 22nd. Meanwhile, it is understood that the court ruling restricts future downloads but not existing users of the app. Jack Ma, founder of Alibaba and one of China's richest men, has been criticized for endorsing China's brutal 996 work culture. In a WeChat post, Ma said, "If you join Alibaba, you should get ready to work 12 hours a day. Otherwise, why did you come to Alibaba? We don't need those who comfortably work 8 hours." 996, meaning 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week, is a relatively recent phenomenon common to China's fast-growing technology sector that is pitching itself against Silicon Valley companies. While Chinese law states that business staff cannot ask workers to put in more than 8 hours a day, 44 hours a week, and over 36 hours of overtime a month, companies like ByteDance, Huawei, and Pinduoduo continually flout the laws. Ant Financial, a company affiliated with Alibaba, has been listed to have a 9-10-6 work schedule starting at 9 a.m. ending at 10 p.m. for 6 days a week, reported The Guardian. This ideology of more hours, better rewards has received a huge backlash on social media, with one user writing, "Did you ever think about the elderly at home who need care or the children who need company?" in response to Ma's post, reported CNN. The country's media, including Chinese state-run newspaper People's Daily, slammed the practice, saying, "Advocating hard work and commitment does not mean forcing overtime. The mandatory enforcement of 996 overtime culture not only reflects the arrogance of business managers, but also is unfair and impractical." Love your morning fix? Help support our journalism. Subscribe to Scroll Plus using the link in the description.